Next, we're talking to the organizer, who's one of the biggest names in today's fight for civil rights. Joining me now is the Reverend Markell Hutchins.
We still have unresolved issues in America around race. It is just that simple. And one of the reasons why I think black families and parents are now having the talk with young black men is because we realize that even if others in America don't know it, if Trayvon had been Trevor, someone would have gone to jail on the spot right then and there.
We have a special guest joining us now, the Reverend Markell Hutchins. Now, he really organized the rally that I had a chance to attend here in Atlanta, 6,000 to 8,000 strong.
But I think we've got to look at several important factors. One, this investigation had all but been closed. It certainly had stalled before the eyes of the world were focused on Sanford, Florida. And that only happened as a result of the protest, the demonstration, and the outcry of people around the country. Well, certainly this is a very difficult season for many people in the wake of the tragedy we saw in Connecticut, the continuing economic recession that we face as a nation, the partisan gridlock that we see in Washington, and so many other challenges that face Americans every day. It is very difficult, very easy for us to lose sight of the real meaning of this season. And it's not just about gift giving, it's about joy and peace and fellowship and love for one another, because that is exactly what the representation is of Christ's own birth. He came into the world that we might have life and have it more abundantly. And when he was born, they brought gifts and frankincense and myrrh, and it was all about celebration because Christ had come into the world. And that's exactly what this season is all about, celebrating love and fellowship one with another.
I know it's interesting if you happen to believe in Christmas and your children ask you about what the true meaning is of Christmas. Oftentimes, you know, they confuse it a little bit with the gift giving. It is part of the story. But the real reason, of course, is the birth of Christ, if you believe in that, right?
Absolutely. Jesus' birth is really the reason for the season. And I think what is important for Americans to recognize in this hour of great challenge is that this season represents a certain hope and love and faith and trust and charity beyond our own understanding. And whether our politics are red or blue, we're all red, white, and blue. We're all Americans, and we celebrate Christ's birth during this season for those reasons. But we spend more on defense in America than any other nation in the world, and most other nations combined. We are outspending China now something like 4-1, and they're second only to us when it comes to defense and military spending. There are places that we can find to save money and to cut budget, but we cannot do so on the backs of the most suffering people in our communities. And African Americans disproportionately benefit from Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. But we must not preserve those programs exclusively for the benefit of African Americans. It benefits the whole of America for us to preserve those programs that serve the underclass.
In your view?
I think Mitt Romney has shown us that he does not deserve the benefit of the doubt when it comes to race relations, because he's consistently advocated and flip-flopped on issues that are very important to the African American community. This whole notion about 47% of Americans don't really matter, who do you think he was talking about? He certainly was not talking about his core constituency. He's talking about people that look like you and I. As one who has lost 135 pounds myself, I recognize how so often those who are heavier poke fun at themselves as a way of dealing with the emotional stresses that come with carrying that much weight. Look, Melissa should be judged based on the quality of her skills as an actress, and she's great at it. And Rex judging her or criticizing her based upon her weight is just totally out of the realm of appropriateness and reasonability, and he really should be ashamed of himself.
Reverend Hutchins, you disagree that George Zimmerman's mother effectively neutralized the emotional testimony of Trayvon Martin's mother?
Yeah, I greatly disagree. I do not think that she effectively neutralized specifically what you characterized, Wolf, as the emotional testimony of Trayvon Martin's mother, because George Zimmerman's mother has one major difference with Trayvon's mother. Mr. Zimmerman's mother and her son are alive. Trayvon is not.